I got a pistol that shoots 21 rounds of 5.7 without a magazine. Come here, let me show you. So KelTec has created the this is the PR57, and this is a magazine-less pistol that holds 21 rounds of 5.7. Yes. So as far as the traditional magazine goes, there is none. That's not how this works. How this works is you would actually load your pistol from the top with a stripper clip, or manually if you choose, and include, so you have two stripper clips that have 10 rounds each, and then your plus one. So that's how you would get your 21, and that's how you would actually load this pistol. But before we go any further, I must inform you that we are in a safe and controlled environment. We are at the gun range, Immokalee Range and Gun Club to be exact, and this video is for educational purposes only. All right, so the KelTec PR57. Very interesting looking pistol. KelTec does not fall short from using their imagination and their, I guess, what would you call it? Their skills to give you something that's way outside of the box. Well, they have done it again. And this is how it looks. The slide is not even squared off. This is a rounded slide, but you do have your standard white 3-dot rear and front sight. This is optic ready, so you do have your shield footprint on here, so you can run, your carry size shield red dots of your choice. You do have your one rail pick space underneath. You do have that P15 grip that I really didn't like, but on this pistol, it does feel kind of nice, so I am not mad at it at all. There is only a slide release on the left side of this pistol. There is none on the other side. And as you can see, there is no takedown lever. The way that you would actually take down this pistol, meaning removing the slide, is you would engage the trigger forward and you can remove your slide. I wish I can show that to you because it was pretty interesting when I did see it. Again, this does have a what did I say? Barrel length, a 4.64-inch barrel, and this weighs only 14 ounces unloaded. 19 ounces loaded with 20 rounds. Your plus one may just increase it just a little bit, but not too much. But this is this barrel actually rotates when you shoot it. As you can see, it does have some notches on here, as well as the notches on the front of that slide. So as you shoot it, the barrel would rotate and actually fall into each one of those slots as you shoot. Now, this does have two guide rods and two springs. I guess they know what they're doing, the reason why they would do something like that. But hey, I am here for it because this is quite interesting. Now, I did say it came with two stripper clips. Oh, your dang, I get brain fart. Your optics plate is included. You do not have to take anything down off of your actual slide. You would actually just mount this right on there and then put your red dot on here. Now, your stripper clips come like so. So you would actually load your rounds and then engage the this little push down thing into the pistol and get that loaded. All right, so that is all to it. It's really not a fussy, busy pistol, but I am very interested to shoot this. Now, the way to actually take or release your slide without, obviously because the magazine is inside. So if your magazine is empty and you pull your slide back, your slide is automatically going to lock back. So what you're going to have to do is just keep engaging your slide release to obviously drop that slide because of that internal magazine. All right, so what are we shooting today? We have FN USA High Performance Ammunition 40 grain Hornady V Max is what we're shooting. And let's load our stripper clips and get our pistol loaded. So obviously you can see here, this pointier side is where your projectile side would actually go, and the base of that would be like so. So you would just continue to feed and load these rounds in like such. There is a little stopper there once you get towards that last round. to where you're just going to have to like flip it over the lip really quick. Now these are 10 rounds. So we put them in 10 rounds at a time. I'm sorry, I don't know if you can see that or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Just got to get that 10th round over this little lip here, like so. So your stripper clip is loaded. Then you would look for the actual the indications on the stripper clip as to where you would place that to load your pistol. So as you can see right here, it's a little open section on the front right here. You will push down on the back, and that's how that would sit. Like so. Then you would put some pressure on the top of the stripper clip and load that in like such. And like such. See that? All right, so you would do that again to complete your 10, or to complete your 20 plus 1. You should have just did both at one time, but that's all right. Quite interesting. All right. These bugs, I don't know what they are. They look like gnats, and they are terrible this morning. All right. Like such. And push. Like so. And you can get your plus 1. See that? All right. So at this point, the only thing left now to do is what? Suit them up so we can send them downrange. All right. So here we go. Now I'm also noticing this does not have any external safeties. But we're going to drop this slide. That went forward nicely. All right, so when your pistol is loaded, this is your loaded chamber indicator. Well, no, your magazine is loaded when these little prongs pop out underneath. And then, of course, that is your loaded chamber indicator there. But yeah, these little prongs let you know that you have some rounds in your pistol. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to get this. Let me see. All right. So this is a double action only pistol. So let's see how this, it's not as, the take up is pretty long, but it's not as crisp as I thought it was going to be. Oh, listen to that. So there's 2 clicks before the actual trigger resets. 1, 2. 1, 2. You see that? Oh, and we have a failure to feed. That trigger is pretty different, and I think it has that 2, feels like, hold on. Yeah, definitely got to get used to the trigger. All right, let's talk about that. Pistol is clear, and my magazine is empty. All right, so as I was telling you, there is no takedown levers on this pistol. The way that you would actually take this pistol down is by engaging your trigger forward. So as I was shooting, I felt like there was two walls, if it makes sense. We'll get back when I get back to the line. I'll show you what it is that I'm talking about. All right, I found an easier way to load the magazine. Just put them in sideways until you get to the top, and then when you get that last round in, to kind of like slide them down sideways. But this one was kind of already filled, so I couldn't really show you. So remember, this is a magazine-less pistol, but it's internal. So when I say my magazine is empty, I'm showing you that the follower that's right here, there's nothing in that follower. So far, I am liking it. It's interesting. So let's do a quick load. Oh, one went into the chamber. And that's how you would load it manually. So you would put this in the notch here and the notch back there, and make sure you keep your fingers outside of that trigger guard. And you would just push that down like so. Okay, let's go back and let's talk about the trigger really quick. Probably gonna need you on this other side. All right, I'm gonna not shoot so fast. All right, so that is, the break is very fast. Once you kind of get that shot out, all right. God, I'm trying to figure out a way to explain this to you. And we have another failure to feed. All right. So the first initial squeeze, all right, we got one. That's not the reset. That's the reset. That's not the reset. That's the reset. See? 1, 2. 1, 2. So the trigger almost has to be engaged all the way forward before it'll actually reset for you to be able to engage that trigger again. And we have another failure to feed. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, this trigger, definitely have to practice with this trigger. Another one. Not sure. And this is some good ammo. Pistol is clear. Let's see if I can show you at the truck. All right. Engage the trigger. Dang it. That's not the reset. That's the reset. See that? That's not the reset. If I pull that back, it's not going to do anything. I actually have to let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Right there. Huh. And that's probably, like I said, because that is your takedown. So you can also load this traditionally, like you would load a magazine, or an AR style magazine. Just put those in there like so. And this is probably a little bit more faster than that stripper clip. Just keep your finger outside of that trigger guard. Oh yeah, this is a lot faster. So far, I think I'm just a little bit more intrigued about the functions of this and how it's working, and just how different it is. I can tell you for sure, this is probably the lightest 5.7 that I own, and the most concealable, because everything on it is so compact. So if I would trust it, definitely have to get a lot more rounds through it before I even consider something like that, because I would love to carry this 5.7 round. But yeah, it's quite interesting. All right, so I don't know how many are in there, but oh, so we're not full. We're not full. Well, We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Come on. I was going to say we're not full because the actual prongs didn't come out at the bottom. But let's see if it comes out even with just a few rounds in the magazine. Okay, so that is your full, quote, I'm quotating here, full magazine, internal magazine indicator. So it would only come out if there's 20 or 21 rounds in the actual internal magazine. That hesitation is me with the trigger, trying to find the comfortability in it, or remembering that it's not the first, because, okay, we're empty. It's not the first click, it's the second click. Price point is very low on this. I think this is probably going for about $3.99 for a 5.7 pistol that is slick, it's clean, it's concealable, and it's optic ready. I think they might be onto something with this one. Yeah, you see I'm not using that damn stripper clip no more. I mean, it's not bad. It's just, I just feel like I can do it faster with my finger. And it's not hard to load. We're going to speed these up again and see if I can get a little used to the trigger. But it does look like this can open because there is a little hinge right here. So it looks like this can probably open up, probably for cleaning purposes. But yeah. Definitely not something that you can shoot really fast. We are clear and empty. What do you think about it? Let's just look at it overall. See, I try to drop that slide, but because there's nothing in there, it won't just take it. Look how slim this pistol is. It's less than an inch, like 0.99 something or 0.9 something in actual width of this pistol. And overall length on here is 7.16 inches. So I think this is qualifiable as a carry option. If, I guess they have not magazines, holsters and stuff for it would be. And if you carry one, let me know. Let me know. All right. Let's get those in. Let's head back to the line. Let's do it again. I need to get this trigger right. Now I can't drop the slide with my hand. It's pretty accurate. Two yoke. That'll definitely be a reason why, unless I practice with this, what would stop me from actually carrying this is the trigger. Because you have to get used to it. You have to. We are empty. Because right when I feel like my trigger has reset, there's no reset. Because I didn't let it go until the second click. All right, so let's get these in here. Stripper clips are all right, but for me, it's faster for me to just load it by hand. Oh, all right. Now I can't drop the slide with my thumb. We are empty. All right. So, what did I think about this PR57? The KelTec PR57. Overall, although we did have a couple of failures to change, it didn't chamber the round. As we're gonna call that a failure because it didn't chamber the round properly. I think we had 2 or 3 of those, but other than that, it shot pretty darn well. It felt nice in the hand. It did not feel overly cumbersome in the hand when I'm actually completing my grip. It was nice and snug, so I was able to get a nice, firm, tight grip on here. I did tell you that this was only 14 ounces unloaded, 19 ounces loaded with 20 rounds. So I was expecting a lot more recoil out of something this light, but the recoil management was there. I was able to keep my shots on target, and the performance on it was great, and I like it. I did enjoy this. I think this was one of my preferred KelTec pistols, chambered in 5.7. Look at that. And everything about it is just different. Everything. From the circular slide, just the way that you load it, everything on here was just pretty interesting. So, what did y'all think? What did y'all see? How did y'all feel? Let me know. Drop that in the comments. Is this something that you would be, would this be something that you consider? Or are you like, it's KelTec. We're going to leave that where it's at. But she all right. She all right. Drop that in the comments. Let's talk about it. So, Yoke Gang, thank you so much for joining me on What is Yoke Shooting today. Every day. we got a new series or a new episode every time we come on here. So with that being said, y'all already know I love y'all for life.